Hey guys, welcome back. Still working on the Chevy Biscayne LS swap, and I haven't got pretty much any project completely finished, and I'm gonna start some more today because I can't make decisions on some things until I get certain parts installed. So today I'm going to install the brake master cylinder and booster, and that'll let me know how much clearance I have on the valve cover for coils and stuff like that. I'm going to test fit the truck exhaust manifolds in there, see if I have to order headers or different manifolds. That's the plan. The first thing I'll do is check the exhaust manifolds, because once I get the brake booster installed, it'll kind of block my view a little bit. So let's do that right now. If that'll even fit in there, might have to unbolt the steering shaft. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it does not fit. If you're wondering what this hose is, that's the fuel line we built in one of the last videos. I still haven't finished it up here because I'm still waiting on a new intake manifold. Let me bring the camera in closer so you guys can see what the problem is. See if I can hold this in there one-handed. So down there, it hits the frame. Since that's hitting the frame, my manifold will not sit flush up against the head. I can't really lop this one ear off because it won't make a good seal. I'll probably just order another set of manifolds that will fit closer to the block. So that kind of sucks. We're gonna have to order more parts. We were hoping to be able to get the truck manifolds to fit in there, but there's just not enough clearance around that frame rail. I was looking at some different manifolds in case we ran into this issue. I don't really want to go with headers because they always seem to rust out because they're so thin. They create a lot of heat. You always have problems with spark plug wires burning, stuff like that. They sometimes will warp. You got leaks. So I was thinking about going with a coated manifold, either the hooker or the Headman. I think the silver coated would look a little better in there. When I was reading reviews on the hooker manifolds, on the silver coated ones especially, there was a lot of negative reviews about the finish. I guess it's a really thin coat of the rust proof, and it's like a ceramic coating, I guess. But it's really thin, and in some spots there was already rust coming through just as they received the package. Now that could have been just a single incident where, you know, they didn't get a good coating on there, or a bad day where stuff didn't get done right. But it probably should have been caught before they got shipped out. There's no reviews on the Headman headers, so I can't tell if they're a good product or not. They're about $100 more. They look a little better in the pictures, so I think I'm gonna go with those. If they're no good, then I guess mine will be the first bad review. So when I order those manifolds, I also need to order a gas pedal. I couldn't find one anywhere that fits this vehicle by application. I'm not sure why. I was looking at like the low car pedals, and they make them for all the years around. I mean, at least a little bit newer than this Impala or Biscayne, but they don't make them for this year. So I'll probably order one for the newer one, and then I'll just have to modify it to fit, because what it does is it has a small bracket that comes off of the gas pedal assembly, and that's the pivot point, and that mounts to the firewall where the original throttle was attached, and it's just a 2-bolt flange. Even the late 60s, early 70s Camaros ran that same bracket. So I'm sure that if I can get it to mount up, then I can heat that bracket, because it's just a rod about this long that's solid steel. If it's not correct, then I will just modify that bracket. As long as I can get that pedal assembly where I need it, then we'll be good to go. Now I need to take this brake system off of here, and I'll probably just loosely put the booster and brake master cylinder on there. And then when I actually go to install the whole power brake setup, I'll do another video on that. because that's going to be a pretty lengthy process. It's not something I can cover in a couple minutes here. But I suppose I will go ahead and transfer the coils from this bracket to this bracket just so I can see how it's going to fit.